Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mod and Pod Thrift. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller and a stay-at-home dad for my 6 children. Full-time is a term I'm using loosely these days. 2 sales yesterday. Good thing the collective cost of goods is virtually nothing because one I got on Whatnot for $1 and like very little shipping, and the other I got on at a garage sale where I put everything together and paid like $80 and sold the guitar that was in there for $200, and I sold a part for a chainsaw for like 75 or something. So I'm nothing into either of these things. ET sold for $11.20 or $12 free shipping. And then this thing is like a DJ light equipment that I think they had marked at like $3 or $4 at this garage sale, and I added it to a pile and got the whole pile for next to nothing, and that sold for $28 plus shipping. But we're gonna have to get things turned around pretty quick. So I've been focusing today on listing things that sell. I was quite surprised the shoes that we picked up yesterday at the Goodwill, the second Goodwill, the baby Nikes for $2.44. I didn't comp them. Baby Nikes sell, and if they're $2.50, they'll sell for $20 plus shipping. These had over 100% sell-through rate, like almost 200% sell-through rate. I think there were, in that size, there were 4 listed and 9 sold. And overall, it was well over 100 in all sizes for that model of shoe. And they sell for between $30 and $70 for these toddler shoes in used condition. Now, pre-owned, unworn in the box is still used condition, because you can only put new or used. And so the high end ones that are pre-owned but not really worn sold at the high end. Mine were pretty worn and I didn't even clean them, so I listed them for $30. But those are high. I don't know how the Cassini, the algorithm works, but when you list things with a high sell-through, things sell, but not necessarily those things. And so I don't know if it's because it's generating traffic or because Cassini knows that you're on, and so your store's open, as Tech and Sports likes to say. There's some link between listing quality stuff and getting sales. And so you need to focus on listing high sell-through items, because things will sell when you're listing high sell-through items, even if it's not those things. My other thing is I'm going to bulk edit all of my listings up to 2-day handling time, because it'll bulk edit all of my listings. And then in a couple of days, I'll take it back to 1-day handling time. I have been focused on 1-day handling time because I think it helps the algorithm, because I moved them all and I've been able to keep up because sales have been slow. And I think it helps a little bit your exposure. And so eBay recommends a 1-day or lower handling time. As long as you can keep up with it, I think it's great. But for me, it's a little hard to keep up with. But that would be a tip. I would tell you to bulk edit all of your listings in some kind of major way. Change the promoted listings from 4.5% to 5%. Change all of your handling times to 3 days instead of 4 days. Change everything to or best offer, and it kind of kickstarts the engine. It'll get you more traffic, and if your conversion rate is strong, that more traffic converts into more sales. So using the bulk editor to just move something in all of your listings all at once, and then you can also use it to end and sell similar. I wouldn't just blanket end and sell similar. If I'm ending and selling similar and not really doing anything else with the listing, I'll normally knock it down 10% just to have something other than ended and sold similar. Um, and if it's something that at the point where I'm ending and selling similar, then it's probably something that has been sitting a long time and I'm overpriced on. So those are the little bit of tips to try for me to try to get things that I do when I'm really struggling to get sales. And I have gotten 90 sales, $90 worth of sales, 90 sales, $90 worth of sales in the last hour. Just keeping the store open, keeping listing quality stuff. And it isn't anything that I've listed, but all of a sudden I had 2 sales in the last 24 hours. And then all of a sudden I got 4 when I started listing things with decent sell through. We sold this t-shirt that I don't remember where I got it, but it's a cool Rosie the Riveter shirt. I sold this poster. I paid $10 for it 2 years ago. I had it forever and didn't list it, and then I listed it probably 3 or 4 months ago for $40. And it sold. Somebody messaged me and they're like, "How are you going to ship this? Because I really don't want it if it's folded." And I'm like, "I'm going to ship it rolled because that's how you ship posters." And they said, "Great." And then they bought it. And then this pair of shoes just kind of randomly popped up. No, that's not true. I sent an offer because they were $29.99. They sold for $26.99 plus shipping. And I paid either $9 or $11 for them. And they sold that brand, Vask. So I don't remember what I always do well when I find them, but I don't find them. They're high quality hiking boots. So that's where we're at the moment. That's what I would recommend to you if you're struggling to get sales. Just tinker a little bit and list things that are good sell-through rate. If you've got video games sell similar with a little bit lower price. Things that are higher sell-through rate, focus on listing those or ending and selling similar those to get new high volume traffic sales, because I think it'll help you get more eyes in your store, and then your conversion rate will hold, hopefully, or maybe fall a little bit, but get more people into your store to see your stuff to make it sell. I don't think that just the blanket in 25% of your store and relist 25% of your store every once a week. I'm not going to say it doesn't work, but it certainly isn't the best tactic. If your store is dead, then it's most likely stuff that isn't selling because it's not saleable stuff or it's not priced right. So just ending and selling similar isn't enough. You have to figure out, I think it's helpful to end and sell similar to get the new eyeballs on things. But if those things didn't sell before, you got to figure out what's going to make them sell now instead of just ending them and putting them back up and hoping this time someone will find it. It's not impossible, but that probably isn't enough to actually stimulate a lot of sales. So I'm going to get back to it, but I wanted to talk to you guys about it real quick and say, look, I got 3 sales for $90 in an hour when I started moving the needle. You guys remember how at 12:30 this afternoon I was talking about how I was going to make some changes to try to get some sales? Yeah, 13 sales. Let's look at them. It's 8:30 at night, so 8 hours later, 13 sales. We kind of already talked about these boots, but I got to pull them. This brand, VASQUE, Bolo brand. Paid like $10 and they sold for $26.99 plus shipping. A couple of years ago, I bought a bunch of horror movie posters, like weird 70s horror movie posters. And that was the last one to list and the last one to sell. I paid $10 for it 2 years ago, but it didn't get listed until like 6 months ago. And because it was in a frame and I thought I was going to try to ship it framed, and then I ended up taking it out of the frame. Anyway, sold for $39 free shipping. Just dealing with a customer service issue. People on eBay. I didn't even look at the second picture. That's what that says. So, like, we should be doing item descriptions, and we should be doing, I don't do detailed descriptions, but we should be doing those. But don't expect anyone to see them, because when you put in measurements for a shirt, someone writes you back, oh, I didn't even look at the second picture. This shirt, vintage, it's double stitch, but it's a vintage late 90s, early 2000s heavyweights tag. Sold for $17, free shipping. I don't buy Funko Pops unless they're part of a massive buy where they're included and I'm buying everything. This sold for $14, free shipping. This hat is ballin'. I like camel stuff. My dad smoked my whole life, but he didn't smoke camels, but I just kind of like that stuff for whatever reason. Not advocating tobacco usage, but that hat sold for $15.99, free shipping. Picked this hat up on a Whatnot for $3, sold for $13.99, free shipping. Not a great flip, but a cool thing anyway. In here is a very nice aviator jacket that I spent $20 on. And it sold once for $90 plus shipping, but it got returned for fit. And so I didn't get a defect for the return, but it sold again today on an offer for $67. Just aggressive offer on an item that is worth way more than that. But we're going out of the cold season, and so I'm not sitting on that for another year, so I'd much rather have $67 than sit on that for a year. Some of these little cased cars can do really well. Some of them can do mediocre. I bought this one for a couple of bucks on Whatnot, I think, or I might have gotten it the day I got that really fancy Franklin Mint one for a couple of bucks at Goodwill. Anyway, at any rate, I'm not in it too awful much. It sold for $11 plus shipping. This I picked up on Whatnot. I paid 10 bucks for it. It sold for $20, free shipping. I thought it was the full color edition. It is selected scenes, black and white with no audio. So that's the thing about Whatnot, is you don't always know exactly what you're getting. Mostly because the people I buy from don't exactly know what they're selling. But that's why you get stuff cheap, and sometimes you gamble, and I'll make money, just not very much. These two bags are bits and bobs of RC cars. They both sold to the same buyer. $27 free shipping and $15 free shipping. And you better believe I'm going to be putting a card into the package to tell that guy, hey, I've got a lot more of this stuff and you can get a hold of me. He's from about a 40-minute drive away, so we could either meet in the middle, or we could contact me directly and we could talk about getting him the rest of this stuff without me having to pay eBay fees. But you can't send that message on eBay, but I can send it in the package of the stuff that I'm mailing him. And these shoes, I paid $17, and I was kind of questioning whether that was a good plan or not. They sold within hours of being listed for $45 plus shipping. And all of this stuff is stuff that got listed today and sold today. This I got on Whatnot for I think I paid $6 and it sold for $14 free shipping, but it couldn't possibly be easier. Now somebody would probably just stick this in a poly mailer or in a envelope and put some stamps on it, but I'm not that guy. I need my metrics to be higher than to send stuff that way. So the $3 it's going to cost me to ship, this is worth paying to keep my metrics up. All right, well, that's all of it. That's what sold when I took my own advice and messed around with some stuff on the website, got some new stuff listed with good sell-through rates and good prices, got some new stuff, got some handling times and promoted listings and offers turned on, that kind of thing, and accepted offers and sent out offers and got things going, got that ball rolling. So we right now it's 8:30 on Friday night, and so by Saturday morning we may have a lot more, but we'll find that out in the next video. Here's Levi to tell you what to do.
Like, comment, subscribe.